All right. So it seems that McCaffrey played really well. He had 1,800 yards, 13 touchdowns. I figured I'd put the Cowboys playbook in there and have McCaffrey there and sort of just run off of the running back, kind of keep going with McCaffrey as our premier player. He's our franchise guy, especially with no injuries on this. 1,900 yards, 13 touchdowns, almost 120 yards a game. That's tremendous. That is a absolutely dominant season running. It's got to be a record somewhere. That's got to be a record to some degree. So we're gonna go check and see. Rushing. Where's our rushing yards in a game? In a season, McCaffrey is ninth all time. Ninth all time, man. That is. And here's the crazy part: 2,100 is achievable. 200 more yards. Oh man, that's tough though. That's like another 25 yards a game. 135, 140 yards a game. If we can do that, we can take the number one. But ninth place all time is not bad at all, considering Adrian Peterson was the last guy to get on there of the 2000s. I mean, you have Jamal Lewis? Who the fuck is Jay Lewis? Gerard Lewis? Jason Lewis? Jeff Lewis? John Lewis? Adrian Peterson did it past 2010. And McCaffrey past 2010. You could also say Chris Johnson. He's pretty close too. But of the 2000s, McCaffrey, in a less running back centric league, that is impressive, to say the least. If McCaffrey doesn't get on the records here, if he doesn't get in the MVP conversation here, I don't know how on earth you could put him at least not even close to the MVP. So we're going to play our Seahawks. My least favorite team is Carolina. My favorite team is Seattle. This is very strange for me. But we're going to run. We're going to operate. We're going to see what we can do. But before we do that, I'd like to check the team out, see what we had done. So, DJ Moore and Curtis Samuel obviously are 1 and 2 guys. I don't know how well we're going to be able to... I mean, keeping this offense intact is probably important. Keeping at least one top-tier receiver is important. I don't think we'd have to constantly have a number 2 guy, like a number 1 at a number 2 spot. We could, afford to have a guy like Jarius Wright be our wide receiver too. And it's not going to be an issue because we have the running back centric team, Christian McCaffrey. Yeah, so 75 he played well. Greg Little has not played. So we're going to actually stick Greg Little up there at left guard. Isaiah Thomas actually stepped the fuck up too, which is really nice. Ian Thomas, whoopsies. Ian Thomas stepped up. And on defense, Brian Burns took a huge step forward. LaShawn O'Neal is playing very well. Lynch is alright. Thompson's okay. Whoever the fuck, Chase Jones? Colin Jones, okay. Eric Reed didn't do bad. Dante Jackson did alright. Mike Hilton progressed a tad bit. Defense is a little tougher for me. I'm not really loving this defense, but it worked. We went 13-3 with that defense, so we're gonna keep the momentum going forward. And here we go, conference championship time. This made the most sense for a conference championship game. Carolina and New Orleans after we beat Seattle 24-21. It's a big win for us. We have to play New Orleans, and here we are. Essentially, same division, 13-3, 13-3. It's going to be tough in this division playing against the Saints. We really have to keep our, step our game up, which is why we changed our playbook from Carolina's playbook and our scheme from a power run to a vertical zone run. And with the Cowboys playbook, it favors elusive backs. It's a run-centric playbook for that style of running back, and I just think that Christian McCaffrey is going to find a lot of success here. under this new Cowboys style offense. Oddly enough, Cowboys went 8-8. That is without Dak Prescott. So we do need a quarterback who can play to some degree. We don't need a star quarterback. We just need a guy who can get by. So for now, for the time being, and for the amount of time we have Christian McCaffrey on the Panthers, we will be running with Christian McCaffrey essentially as our quarterback. But it seems like we're probably going to be playing the Browns or the Colts. Or, wow, the Jets. That's pathetic. 8-8. Holy shit. Alright, but here we go. This is New Orleans. We're playing in Carolina, though. And it matters a ton. 42-31. We get the win, all thanks to our boy Christian McCaffrey. And we got to play Baltimore in the Super Bowl in our first actual year with our team. Our first actual. So here we go. Tough. 10-6. Ravens. 13-3. Carolina Panthers. Can we make some moves? But who won MVP? Goes to Dak Prescott with the Colts. Holy smokes. Dak Prescott. We were going to go for Dak. Lamar. Deshaun Jackson. Drew Brees. Christian McCaffrey came in 6th, which I don't understand fully. But it's alright. No big deal. He's the only running back on this list. You have Russell, Baker, Tom. Josh Allen, you got Mitch Trubisky. You have Breeze, Jackson, Watson, and Dak. That's an interesting MVP conversation right there. I mean, it kind of makes sense to a degree, right? This is kind of the way it probably would go outside of maybe Mitch Trubisky and Baker. You know, I could see Josh Allen stepping it up. I could see Brady in the conversation. Russell should be a little higher than that, maybe about 1 or 2. Prescott, he's belonging maybe a little lower. Watson, I could see it at number 2. Jackson, I could see it at number 2 or 3. Breeze, I could see 1, 2, 3, or 4. So it just makes sense to me. This does make sense. But I want to see who won the specific awards. Coach of the Year, first of all, went to us, obviously. Thank God. Ron Rivera took that one. Offensive Player of the Year went to Christian McCaffrey, and that's definite. That's an absolute definite. Zeke came in 4th. But it's Christian McCaffrey, who's just absolutely dominant. Cam Newton came in 9th, which is strange. Defensive Player of the Year went to Aaron Donald. Jelani Tavai of the Lions. Holy crap. 4-12. He must have played. He must have been the only good player on his team. DeMarcus Lawrence, Nigel Bradham, Leighton Vander Esch, Mack, Ricardo Allen. It's weird. You don't usually see Ricardo Allen on these types of lists. But we got Luke Kuechly at 10, which is strange. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Harvey Boyd. Do we have any Panthers here? No. On defense, however, we did draft a couple guys. We are not on there, but the Vikings have really stepped it up. Parrish, Boswell, and Jaden Campbell are 2 guys that played really, really well for them. LaShawn O'Neal stepped it up for us. Best quarterback, Drew Brees, Wilson, Matt Ryan, Wentz, Trubisky, Murray, Cam Newton is there. Best running back, obviously, is Christian McCaffrey. In a division where the best running backs are, I mean, the running backs in the AFC, to me, don't even compare. Right here, to me, are the best running backs in the league. Carson, Kerryon Johnson, Dalvin Cook, Aaron Jones, Alvin Kamara, Saquon, Todd Gurley, Ezekiel Elliott, Christian McCaffrey. Best running backs in the NFC, by far. Best wide receiver went to Devontae Adams. Marquise Lee over there with the Seahawks. That's interesting. He found a way to redeem himself. You got Robert Foster and Julio Jones. Best O-line. Did we get anybody? We got 2 guys, Trey Turner and Taylor Moton. Those are the 2 guys we planned on keeping. Best D-line went to Kawan Short at number 3. We had Chris Jones at number 6. Seems like he's a fit for us. Best linebacker. Did we get any linebacker praise? Kuechly, of course. Best DB. I doubt it. Yeah, we never got anything like that. So sporadic. And kicker, again, sporadic. Graham Gano. Congrats, I guess. Here we go. And it seems to be the Carolina Panthers that win 35-17. That's a huge win. And Christian McCaffrey is ready to negotiate terms with the Panthers. We which is nice. It's going to be good to get him on the team. He's going to be locked up for a tremendous amount of time. He's going to play for free. There's no fucking shot. I'll let him hit the free agency, but I will chase him as if, you know. Taylor Moton. That's a guy I definitely want to keep. For maybe 4 years, I'd like to keep Tay Moton. Alright, so Tay Moton's on the team. Curtis Samuel's only going to get better. Depends what his contract is. 9 mil? 9 million for this guy? We could draft someone that will not require that much money. Dante Poe is gone. Cam Newton, he'll be gone. Mike Davis. Joey Sly. He's back up on there. We have Graham Gano, so we're not going to keep Joey Sly. We're not going to sign really anyone. We're going to go get McCaffrey in the free agency. We're not going to franchise tag him. It's too much money. So we are going to let him walk for now. And we're going to go sign him in the free agency with the amount of money we've got along with other players. So Christian McCaffrey, like I figured, nobody was going to bid on him. It's just the way it goes in Madden. No one bids on the running backs. This is what we wanted him for. We might be able to actually get him for less now. Now that, you know what I mean? We can get him for less than 10. That could be a steal. We could use a tight end, but I do like Ian Thomas there, so we're not going to move on him. DeForest Buckner, Shaquille Barrett, Sherman. We could actually use a safety. Keanu Neal would be a nice ad for us. 9 mil for a safety is not cutting it. Marlon Mack would be a bargain here for running back outside of McCaffrey, but we're going with McCaffrey. I don't give a fuck. John Johnson. This guy right here. This is 25 years old. John Johnson, are you serious? He just fell into our laps like that? Yeah, of course. We're going to bump that price down a tad bit, but I'm interested in this guy. John Johnson? Why the fuck not? Samson Abukum. He is young. He could take over for Aaron Lynch. I could afford to trade away Aaron Lynch. I could draft a quarterback. I could draft a running back. And I could probably, yeah, I think I might go for Samson Abukum. Is he a scheme fit? No. I'd feel more confident in drafting somebody else. Because we did pick up Aaron Lynch. And Lynch is playing decent for us, so I'm going to stick with Lynch. Lynch is 7 worse, 2 older, 2 less dev. What does he want? 11? Just spitballing here. We're not going to go for 11. We'll give you 9. But if you don't want it, it's cool. Doesn't really matter. Something else we probably need is another cornerback now that I'm looking at it. Derek Barnett would be a nice ad. Is there any quarterback? Kevin King. John Ross. John Ross would be a nice ad. I think John Ross fits this scheme pretty well. I'd like to draft a guy. I don't want to spend money on another wide receiver, to be quite frank with you. But we're going to move, and we're going to see what we get. I believe we'll get McCaffrey, just not yet. So, there it is. McCaffrey didn't accept his contract yet. He's still there. And Abukum now has contract, so we're going to skip out on Abukum. We do have John Johnson, who accepted our contract, but now McCaffrey is, on a holdout. He's not accepting our offer. He'll accept it now. Yep, so we've got those guys. So we pretty much, we re-signed McCaffrey for a little less than what he wanted before, which is that's why you want to sometimes let your guys walk, especially if they're a running back. Let them walk into free agency if they're asking for a ton, or if they don't, accept your contract. Whittle them down a little bit, because odds are, if they're a running back with a higher overall, they're asking for too much money, and the sim will not give them that money. So you can manipulate it that way and fight for a better price, just like we did with McCaffrey there. So now it's a little bit more difficult. Looking at our team, our squad looks a little bit more set. Paradis is gonna have to go probably next year. We should look for drafting another guy. I like Greg Little. I like Tarpley. Trey Turner, Taylor Moton are all good. We just got to replace our center at some point. Ian Thomas is a good tight end. We'll re-sign him when the day comes. We need a quarterback. We can't just keep going with Cam Newton, Will Greer. We got to go with a guy here. We got to draft somebody. On defense, on the defensive side of the ball, we're looking phenomenal. K'Wan Short, Brian Burns, Chris Jones. It's phenomenal. Our cornerbacks are great. We got Mike Hilton and Dante Jackson are great. John Johnson the third. We can actually put Eric Reed over to or free safety now, which I prefer him at free safety. You know, he's a little smaller, I suppose, for a safety. He's taller, but 213. I'd like my safeties for a strong safety to be a little bit bigger. Seattle fan, so sort of figure you're looking for a guy who's like the prototypical Cam Newton, Cam Chancellor. Alright, but right here we're looking at our linebackers. Linebackers are looking good. Aaron Lynch is the only real weak spot. Same part with free safety. I'm not really liking Shaq Thompson much. I might try and move on from Shaq Thompson with a trade. Maybe I'll try trading him. Drafting a middle linebacker later, because 79, I'm pretty sure I could draft a guy with like a 73. It'll fit right in there. I don't want to pay Shaq Thompson. Dante Jackson could be on the trade block this year or next year. Eric Reed could be on the trade block. Paradis, I think Paradis could be on the trade block this year. But we do need some offensive help. We just have McCaffrey and DJ Moore McCaffrey. We need another wide receiver. We need a quarterback, that's for sure. We can't just keep going with Will Greer. But let's, shut the fuck up and let's just start.
The Lions are now on the clock.
All right, so what we are looking for is a trade offer. But before we do that, I'd like to go see who the Heisman winner is. This is important. Not a lot of people check this. The Heisman winner went to Jelani Dotson, who is a star on both sides of the ball, which means he's probably a cornerback or a wide receiver. Jelani Johnson. We'll see what he is. Jelani. Oh, we got Patrick Evans right there as the #1 spot quarterback. He's a field general. He's not a strong arm guy. I'm looking for a strong armed quarterback. Cam Keenan. Not phenomenal. Jelani Dotson right there. He's a phenomenal player, but these stats are at the second round level. He might actually just drop. He might drop down to us. Our pick here, we're in the second round. So, looking at the second round talents, I like Kadron Wallace. I think he's a good second round guy. Denzel Small will be a decent player. I think we could actually go and get him. But let's see who we can trade. Are there free safeties here? There are free safeties. Wesley Wynn is a good one. Another good free safety, David Lucas in the 4th round. But other than that, that's all I like. These guys are good. Anthony Bush and Keith Whitlock, obviously they're good. They're good safeties. Their grades are right up there. And Max Rowland his grades up there too. He's a good 7th round guy. I'd like to shoot for. Middle linebacker. Can we draft somebody? Yeah, of course. Look at this guy, Floyd Madison. I do like Floyd. He's a little small. He doesn't really fit our scheme, but he's a good middle linebacker, and I think I'd be comfortable going with him. So we could probably trade Shaq. Probably could trade one of the safeties. Defensive tackle, we don't need one. Edge rusher, we don't really need edge rushers. We could trade K'Wan Short and go for another edge rusher that we love. And I'm not really liking any guys there. K'Wan is a left end. We need a power rusher. Defensive power rushers. There are no good ones. Good power rushers here. Not really. This guy's decent. Right here is decent. Blake Robertson might be the best one, but I don't really see him as a stud for our team. Willis Bigsby could be decent too. We don't know until we try. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and make a trade for the first overall pick. Try to get the Lions to give us their pick. See what we can do. So the way I wanted to move it was I definitely wanted to hop off of Dante Jackson. I think I can afford to get off of Dante. Oh, he's 25? Wait a minute. Oh, he's 25. We're not moving off of him. If anything, we're moving off of Hilton. So we're keeping these guys, that's for sure. Trey Turner, 28. Moton, 27. Kwan Short was a guy I definitely wanted to ship out. Who wants Kwan Short? The Falcons are interested in Kwan. The Jaguars are interested. The Packers are interested. The Ravens are interested. Alright, so we have a couple teams. The Falcons were the most interested team. They have the 9th overall pick. I think that might be the best we're going to get. Maybe the Jags have a better pick than that. 6. Alright, so we're going to go with 6. We're going to try and trade to get number 6. 6th overall. We'll see if we can dump in Caden. Caden Smith's a good number 2. I think we can draft a guy like that a little later. So go about Caden Smith and Kwan Short. Wow. I would take Caden Smith in a trade. A quarterback. Look, I don't think we're going to need Will Grier anymore. I think it's nice to ship him off to Jacksonville. I think it's a very Jacksonville-esque pick. They don't want it. Tough, tough, tough. We need a wide receiver. It's not up for debate. We could probably afford to hop off some guys on defense. Nash Bradfield is our guy. Kwan Short is going to be shipped out. We want to keep Nash there. We can go away and try to get rid of Marquise Haynes. Nobody wants him. Alright, middle linebacker, Shaq Thompson. He will be traded for sure. Aaron Lynch. I'm not really a fan of Aaron Lynch. Like, I think I could probably trade Aaron Lynch. And, you know, get away from him. How about Eric Reed? Eric Reed and Kwan Short. That's not bad. It probably helps me not spend a 2nd round pick. We can go try our late 3rd rounder here. A late 3 does not do it. We're going to have to go with a 2. The 2, we'll have to cut it or see this 3rd round pick here. Alright, so it's not quite there. We're going to have to go with the 2, even though 2 is a little too much for me, I think. What about this 3rd round pick next year? Fuck. We're going to have to go with a 2. We'll have to go with a 2 without Eric Reed. With Eric Reed, it's going to have to go through. So, Eric Reed, Kwan Short for the 6th overall pick. Jesus Christ, I don't like doing this. For the 6th overall? I'd like to try and get the fucking 1st overall pick here. Well, let's give that a shot first. Let's go with the Lions. They need a middle linebacker, and I got Shaq Thompson ready for him, so. Shaq Thompson, we'll send you over there. Luke Kuechly's getting old, so we got to watch out for him. But we want that 1st overall pick. Shaq Thompson sets them over the bar. Oh, man, these fucking bastards, bro. That is so fucking stupidly ridiculous. I have to get somebody who is a lot of cap. Who do they have? Who's worth $3 million? Kevin Espinosa is decent. Paul Richardson's worth 4. Probably try and get Paul Richardson. Shaq Thompson. Right now that works. It works out now. I would offer him a 2nd round pick in exchange. All right, a 2nd. How about a 2nd and a 3rd with Shaq Thompson? We get Paul Richardson in the 1st overall pick. That is a fucking decent trade. That right there is not a bad trade. We gave him Shaq Thompson a 2nd and a 3rd this year. We got their 1st overall pick and Paul Richardson. That right there is the most NFL-like trade that I think I've seen. Did that go through? This would cause them to exceed the salary cap? How would it do that? How? I don't understand how it would do that. But okay, how about we just go and pick up the fucking worst player that they've got? You know what I mean? Who's the worst guy they have on their team? Who's worth the most? How about David Bloch? Okay. This is kind of like ridiculous, to be honest with you. Who's the oldest guy in their team? That probably help us out. Cut him at the end of the year. Oh, old. Old. We're looking for old. Right here. Christian Jones. That'll help us out tremendously. How does that put them over the cap limit? It does not make sense to me in the slightest amount. So here we go. We're gonna be fucking doing this again. Because the game, it fucks up. The game fucked up. And Madden just does not know how to... Madden has no idea how to make a connected franchise. They have no idea how to make a franchise mode, a career mode. They have no goddamn clue how to do it. Year in, year out, they fucking fall on their faces. They just suck at doing it. Pathetic fucking shit game. So, alright, how about this? Look at that, you're worth nothing now. We'll give you 4 years, right, on your first year of the deal. We're not paying you, we're paying you caca poo poo, dude. We ain't paying you shit. Boom. We'll send them right. I mean, odds are they probably just take them straight up now. For Shaq Thompson. So here we go, back at it with the white Nikes. Shaq Thompson, throwing them up. Who wants him? Everybody, probably everybody and their fucking mother would like him. So we're gonna go with Shaq Thompson over to the Lions. They have the cap space for it now. They're not gonna go for that. We will send them a second round pick and Shaq Thompson for the first overall. They do not want that, so instead I'm gonna go with a late third and a fourth.
How come nobody's at the podium?
And that goes through. I'd rather keep the two and give away two other shit picks that probably won't get me much. So now the real bastardizing comes in clutch here. This is what we gotta do. We also figure out who else we want to get rid of. This is key. So like I said, K1 short. We wanted to ship him out for quite some time now. The Falcons have the 9th overall. Let's see what the Falcons give us. Let's see what they give us for a response. They can't even go for him. K1 is a ton of money. Jacksonville can afford K1 with the 6th overall. Alright. What if I were to go for the 27th overall for K1? That's not too shabby. I'm also willing to get rid of a 5. Can we get top 5, bump it up? A 5 bumps it up a little bit. We can do a 5, and I can also go with a 4 next year. And that's probably the extent of what I do. Alright. Fair enough. So now we have 3 first-round picks, which is decent. Now we are going to try and get these picks to go up. So we started off with 2 players, 7 picks. We have 2 less players, and still 7 picks. I'd like to be able to move up. I'd like to be able to get that quarterback. I'd also like to be able to get rid of Parody. Who wants Parody? The Bengals probably could use a center for their brand new quarterback. I'm willing to part ways with Parody for that right there. And I'm also willing to part ways with a 3rd round pick for it. Now I'm going to show you what we do from here. Wow, so that's not accepted. Alright, how about a 3rd and a 6th? That should fucking cut it. Oh, we're greedy. Okay, we're being greedy today. You get a 5 next year. That's all you're going to get. Fine. So now we do the fucked up thing and we go and screw the Raiders. So whoever this second team is usually just gets absolutely fucking fleeced. And we fleece them every time. So we want that, we want that, and we want that. We get 3 very good picks for each individual round.
See both teams filling
Bam,
out
it
cards.
goes through
You know
99% of the time.
trade.
We just gotta hope that they don't take the
The Panthers
quarterback,
are now
and they
on the clock.
don't. We're going to see if we can't fleece the Redskins as well. I think we can get a second round pick from them. We go with the second overall pick. We bend over and get the 1, the 3, and the 2. Right, we can probably just go and get the 1 and the 2. Oh. Interesting. And then from that point, we don't trade with the Skins, we trade with the Steelers. Let me put 2 picks ahead of us. I don't want to trade with the Steelers because the Steelers have, you know, no fucking quarterback. So we're going to skip all this shit. And we're going to go with, we either have Floyd Madison or Patrick Evans. It's one of the 2 guys we take. I'm willing to risk not taking Patrick Evans, and I'm going to go take Floyd Madison. I feel like Floyd would go before Evans does. So we're going to go with Evans on a risk. He's a great middle linebacker. He's actually better than Shaq Thompson in every way. His overall is better. He's got a hidden dev trait, so it's either better or the same. He is younger by 5 years. He fits the scheme pretty close. He's 2 away, so I think he still gets the bump. He's a run-stop guy. He's quick. He's strong. This is the best player available for us right now in our specific needs. So we're going to keep going.
The Steelers are now
Morris
on the clock.
Atkinson goes next.
The Broncos
and Patrick
are now
Evans
on the
was
clock.
taken by the Steelers. I knew the Steelers were going to take him just because they don't have a
Jaguars
quarterback right
now.
now. We'll skip to the next user and we'll see what we can do about building our team up and maybe picking up a quarterback in the free agency. So, what we have here are a couple of decent players. We could go with Anthony Bush. I feel like he's a safety that we could definitely use. Kadron Wallace is nice. This guy Jason Sanders will probably help us out a ton. I'm willing to go on a limb and take Jason Sanders before other players. He's not super strong, but he can jump, I guess. He's decently strong. He's got good abilities. He's 21. What are the odds of him being less than 69 overall?
The Dolphins are now on the clock.
Not a lot. So Jason Sanders, great pick. 2 awesome picks in a row. 2 absolutely awesome picks.
The Panthers are now on the clock.
Now we got to figure out what we're doing at quarterback. We cannot falter on this. So Eddie Summers seems like the guy in the second round we're going to be scooping up. So Eddie Summers era. Get ready to fucking put it on your calendars, guys. So we need someone to replace K1. We need a good player to replace K1. I love Antoine Thomas. I love that. Stat line. B+ tackle, B+ pursuit, B+ power moves, 21 years old, 294. I love that. The build on him. I think he's going to play very well. Is that wide receiver still available is the question. He is not available. Although Wayne Longwell could play decent. We're going to go there and we're going to take Denzel Small. We're going to take Denzel.
The Colts are now on the
clock. So Denzel Small is a replacement for Eric Reed.
The Panthers
He'll probably
are now
progress slowly, but he's probably good enough. We don't need a second middle linebacker. I would like to take Antoine Thomas, so I am going to take Antoine Thomas with horrible combine.
The Lions are now on the clock.
Antoine Thomas, not very good. Nash Bradfield and Antoine Thomas.
The Panthers are now on the clock.
2 back-to-back bad picks. So we do need to take that quarterback, Eddie Summers. We do need to take him. So as much as I like this man, Willis Bigsby, we're not going to take him. We're going with the quarterback here, Eddie Summers. We just need a guy to play. And Eddie Summers is better than Will Grier in every facet. So we're going to take Eddie Summers over Grier. We're going to skip all the way down to the
Panthers are now on the
last
clock.
pick of the second round. Hopefully there are some diamonds in the rough a little later. We just got to find them. Aries Hammond. That's a dope name. We'll scroll all the way down to see who we've got scouted. Look at this guy, Blake Meyer. Not bad skills. Not bad skills whatsoever. Look at this dude, Paul Schaefer in the 4th round. Stud muffin, dude. Stud muffin. We do have only 4 more picks, 2 more above. It's going to be a little difficult for us to kind of make some moves here. Scouted. What about on our draft board? On our draft board, we have Max Rowland, David Lucas, and Paul Schaefer. We're going to take... Fuck, who are we going to take? Let's go scouted. So no one in the second round we're going to go for. Third round pops up. Blake Meyer is there, but I prefer Paul Schaefer over Blake Meyer. Just because I like the combine. I like the lead block. I like the strength. I like the agility. I like the size. The age. You really can't go wrong with Paul Schaefer. In my opinion, 75 normal is very good for a late second round pick.
The Panthers are now on the clock.
So here we go. Realistically, we have 1 more pick to make. And do I go with David Lucas and try and change some of them to cornerback if they fall?
The Redskins
we have
are
all
now on the
crap
clock.
luck with these safeties right now. We're gonna skip ahead because I think we made out pretty good. With that draft. We lost a couple key players. We lost K1. K1 is gonna be very tough to replace. But we've got Brian Burns and we've got Chris Jones. Very good linebackers now. I think I'd like to say that we're a better team than we were last year. Eddie Summers is going to have to play. We'll see what Summers can do. We got to start the rookie. I like to put Greer in just because he's got more experience there. But we're going to put Summers in there. We're going to keep Sanders at right guard. That's where he belongs, so he will stay at right guard. Taylor Moton, Trey Turner at center. He's a right guard, which is odd. I'm actually going to put Trey Turner in at left guard. I like to have the better players on the outsides. I would not want to have them in. Tarpley's our left tackle for sure. Greg Little is our left guard. This is for sure. Now we're going to have to put him at center since Trey is now our left guard. We'll put Greg Little at center, and that should fix everything. Alright, it just fucking swapped. This game doesn't make sense. You know, this game just refuses to make any inkling of sense. Because now Sanders isn't starting. See how dumb this is? How dumb this fucking game can really be? How absolutely stupid this game can be. Like, I put you at the position. Go to it. Now I gotta go all the way to my depth chart, do all this dumb shit over here. Let's see what we can do to fix this catastrophe. So Mike Tarpley's the only one that should be where he is. So Tarpley's there. Greg Little, your center. I put you in at center. There's a left guard right here in Trey Turner. You gotta go. Oh, but he can't start. So they just can't fucking swap, right? There's a way for them to swap. But I can't put him there because he's starting. Then who's starting at this fucking position? How dumb is this? Alright, put Caden Smith at fucking, I don't care. No, I can't put him there either. Oh, this is so fucking funny. Who isn't starting? Dennis Daly? Alright, Caden Smith. Oh, lordy. Dennis Daly. Paul Schaefer. Center. Now we can put fucking Schaefer in at center. That means now we can put Turner in at left guard, which means we can put our best player in at center. Who is our best player? Seems to be Jason Sanders at center. That's where it seems to be. Right guard. Where is Jason Sanders? There. Sanders belongs at right guard. He will start at right guard. So, right tackle is Taylor Moton. Right guard is Jason Sanders. Center is Paul Schaefer. I like Schaefer a little bit more. Left guard is Trey Turner. And left tackle is Mike Tarpley. So the guard is at the guard spot. Tackle's at the tackle spot. Center is not at the center spot because Schaefer is a tackle. But we're going to keep him there. We're going to get right guard. We're going to keep Jason Sanders. And then obviously Taylor Moton. We're going to go at right tackle. That's looking great. So we fixed our O-line debacle. We just fixed broken Madden right there. We just fixed broken Madden. I like our O-line a lot. Tarpley's young and he's progressing. Schaefer will progress and he's young. Sanders is young and he will progress. Taylor Moton and Trey Turner are the oldest members. Good thing we have Greg Little to replace one of these guys at some point, either Turner or Moton. Ian Thomas is progressing well. We're going to hope and pray that Dortch or Board, these horrible fucking names, or Fulham, will step up into this wide receiver role. Fulham, I do like Fulham. I think he can play well. I'm going to keep Fulham before. I liked Fulham in college, so we're going to keep Travis Fulham from Old Dominion. I did like Fulham, so we're going to keep Mr. Old Dominion. And at wide receiver, numero dos. On defense, of course, Madison will be starting at middle linebacker 2 to Luke Kuechly. Perfect person to learn from. You have Aaron Lynch and you have O'Neal there. Perfect situation. We're not going to be keeping Eric Reed there for long. We're going to put Small up there. Who is this guy? Oh, he's not a... Does he not look like Silver? Oh, wow, I'm so goddamn colorblind. Holy shit. Two really good cornerbacks. Our edge rush over there on the left side is a problem. We don't know what the fuck we're doing over there, apparently. But we're going to keep Nash Bradfield. Hopefully he can step it up. I'm going to put Thomas there instead. We drafted him this year. Let's get a head up. Let's get a year up on him. Let's get a year up. We just got to hope that our boy Eddie plays to his potential. So let's see what we can do. Sim to the regular season. And let's see what we can do. Let's see what our boy Eddie Summers can do. Pittsburgh just got a really good quarterback, so Pittsburgh will be a pretty good team. They're in the AFC, so get them away from us. So us against Dallas. This is an anywhere game, I think. This can go any way. 41-10. So our defense did not even attempt to stop Dallas whatsoever. We got pooped on the first game of the year. Second game of the year, after going 13-3, mind you, we lose again. So that is tremendous. We need a second wide receiver. It's probably what we need. Maybe we scoop one up in the free agency. Let's see who's available. Scotty Miller is there. We could take Scotty, but he's not that much better. I'd like to trade for a guy. I wonder who we could probably trade for. I know we can trade for Calvin Ridley. I think that's actually a thing we can do. It's a little cheap, but we can go and trade for Calvin Ridley if Julio is still there. Calvin is he's 26 still. We could trade for him. Either that or we could trade for, let's try Calvin Ridley for, no. Yeah, Calvin Ridley's a scheme fit. All right, let's try trading Calvin Ridley. And let's try trading him something whack. Let's see, they want to tackle. No, they don't prioritize tackles. Let's go with somebody on the in the linebacker squad. Let's go Marquise Haynes. No. Like, who are they thinking? Who are you thinking? This is how we do it. 1, 2, or 3. Let's see if they want any of them. No. 2 or 3. Any of them? No. One, 2, or 3. How about one of these guys? Does it work? No, not even close. Kashere or Justin Zimmer. Not a soul. Okay. So now we can probably figure out what we want to do here at wide receiver. I love Michael Gallup here. I'd love to take Michael Gallup from the Cowboys. So I think I'm going to take Michael Gallup from the Cowboys. They need a quarterback, right? How about Will Grier? What do you say to Will Grier? No? Okay. Who is interested in Will Grier? Who wants Grier? Let me go my own way. Not a soul. This is interesting. Who wants Caden? He's young. Oh, the Patriots want Caden. All right, let's make a straight up trade here. What about N'Keal Harry for Caden Smith? That's not bad. Look at that. So we got N'Keal Harry. So we fixed our wide receiver 2 problem. Now we wanted to keep Curtis Samuel, but I think it's better to have N'Keal Harry there as our number 2 guy. We'll keep Dortch in at 3, Board at 4, Fulham at 5, and Wilson Jr. at 6. Our receiving core is below average, but this league is about Christian McCaffrey and Eddie Summers apparently. So we're gonna go with Eddie. We need to stop having them score some points. Maybe we can make some changes here. Denzel Small is looking for us. So he's on the safety spot. Let's see. We can get him a depth trade, I think. Probably can do that. Absolutely, we won 34-7. They didn't do anything. Unless they just fucked up in the red zone. But it'll work. I'm finally starting to see results on the field. I appreciate you putting my talent to good use. Denzel Small is now a star, and he's got 20,000 XP. Well, that helps us out tremendously. Now, our free safety situation just turned into a really, really great situation. Holy shit. Yeah, man, that works. We put him in the hybrid role. Get a 78 overall if he maxes out his 78 is the lowest he'll be. Yeah, 78 is the lowest this guy's gonna get. So it looks like he's gonna be at least a 78 or a 79 overall. He's got 5 more points. He got 8 in his rookie year. I mean, Defensive Player of the Year award coming up for Denzel Small. And there he goes. He's got absolutely no starts. No snaps. Maybe now he'll get some snaps. It's fucking shit, dude. He's way better than Eric Reed. Let's get him playing. Floyd Madison. We got to get him his field general before Luke Kuechly retires. So we got to get him this for the time being. He's already got 450 snaps in a couple games, so he's going to hit his dev trait very soon. O'Neal is a superstar. We know this, O'Neal. We've played so many of these connected franchises. I'm starting to get to know the actual players. So O'Neal is a stud. Small's a stud. Jackson's a stud. Burns, Jones, Hilton, Johnson. We got a very young defense outside of maybe Kuechly and Lynch. But other than that, it's very young. On offense, we're almost like fetuses. We're almost like a bunch of fetal children. We have DJ Moore and N'Keal Harry. It's a pretty good wide receiver core. Christian McCaffrey is obviously the best running back in the league, so I don't think he's breaking any records this year just because first 2 games he didn't play too great. I don't think, at least. The stats are not looking tremendous. 359 yards in 2 games. He's averaging 119 a game, so he's playing well. If we can start scoring more points and start really running the ball up their gut, this is 3 games worth. So we're making progress. We're making headway. We're not going to be breaking many records if we continue along this trajectory. But we got a 3-0 undefeated Giants. I think we can beat these guys, to be honest with you. I like what we did with our receiving core. That should make a difference. And we tied them. I'll take a tie over nothing. They got the Saints. Top 2 teams in the NFC are now the bottom 2 teams in the NFC. We got crushed by them. Man, we're not looking too hot right now. DJ Moore is a very frustrated wide receiver, apparently. Eddie's not playing well at quarterback. He's actually sucking huge pee-pee. We're going to sim to the playoffs, and we're going to see what we're missing here. Because we got to be missing something. And the end of the season stats will tell us what we're missing. chainsaw and you block my jumper. Goddamn. Love it or leave it. Who is that? That looks just like him. It's so funny. Oh, it's Sam Demo. Even though I just messaged her one time. It's weird. Let me go my own way. I think we turned our season around. Fucking whack ass Eddie. What did Cheeseburger Eddie do? I'll bet you he went 28 touchdowns, 17 picks. Oh my god. Fucking abysmal, dude. Abysmal. Oh my god. What a fucking horrible quarterback Eddie Summers is. Oh my god. Let's look at McCaffrey and feel better. 1,609. He just did not do as good as last year. 1,600 yards is still a ton of yards. Now we're gonna go defense here. Nash stepped it up, even though I wanted Thomas to start, but I guess it just did it anyway. The fuck. I'd like to make a decision and have it stand. Small over here went up almost 10 points. This is crazy. O'Neal playing great. Madison he's more than I expected. That's a once in a lifetime player right there. We just drafted Luke Kuechly. Now we got Madison. I mean, I had Kuechly for a long time. Now we got Madison. If he can have similar stats to Kuechly's, we'll be fine at middle linebacker. O'Neal and Kuechly are the future of this linebacker. I mean, O'Neal and Madison are the future of this linebacking core. Eventually, we're going to have to look for a replacement for Kuechly, even though he's still at a 99, so we could keep him around. I'd like to franchise tag him for a year. Kind of see what we can do. Brian Burns, O'Neal, and if anything, I could put Brian Burns at the outside linebacker spot and draft somebody here on the line. I think it's easier to draft these front of the line guys, these D-line players, a little easier to find, or they're more readily available. But yeah, I think we did make the playoffs. We did not. We went 4-11-1. That's because our quarterback blows. It's because our quarterback fucking sucked. It's all Eddie's fault. He had 53% completion. He sucked. Sucked donkey dick. Big donkey balls. We need to sign DJ Moore. He's a must, so I'd like to sign him for a whole 7, and we're going to give him 6.65. We'll bump it up 3. He should be able to sign with us for 7, and he'll be with us for the rest of our rebuild. Dante Jackson's another guy I'd like to keep. He wants 9. I think that's almost a steal for this type of guy. So to me, that's like a steal. Trey, we have Mike Pilardi. We could probably get a new guy. I do love Ian Thomas, though. I do like this tight end. I want to keep Ian. Yeah, he's a good tight end. Graham Gano is getting older. Eric Reed can say bye-bye. Marquise Haynes, I'm going to try to trade him for 2 years. Greg Dortch. We're going to keep Greg Dortch. We're going to sign him for 7 years and hopefully get him to progress. Keep him at our number 3 spot. We'll have N'Keal Harry, Greg Dortch, and DJ Moore. Luke Kuechly, guy I'd like to keep, but I think Trey Turner is a little bit more of a necessity right now. Keeping him for 2 years, man, dude, $4 million a year, I can do that. I'd like to keep him for 3 more at 32 years old. Yeah, we got him. That's fine. And Kuechly's gonna ask for like 13 mil. Yep, 13 mil. I'm willing to give him another 3 years on his contract for $1 million more plus some more signing bonus. Put it on 2. He's not going to accept it. They never do. I don't know why they don't accept that stuff. I don't know what the fuck they're thinking. But whatever. You know what I mean? Let him hit free agency, and we'll decide what we want to do from there. We have a ton of money. There could be a younger option out there, middle linebacker in the free agency ether. So we'll figure it out. We got a ton of cap. Let's see what we can do. So Kuechly is there. The Bengals want him. Going to get Jair would be essentially me going for Kuechly. You know what I mean? But a different position. Van Der Esch. He's so much younger, and I do like Van Der Esch a lot more. I think I'm going to go with Van Der Esch here instead of Kuechly. You know, I feel like he's just a better player, and right now, while we're not paying a stud quarterback, we can go with a guy like this and not have to really worry. We're going to bump his signing bonus up to 7.75. We're going to bump us up to 12.5, and we're going to lower it a little bit once we're in the season just because it never goes through. So my original bid is that Tremaine Edmonds. If I could get Tremaine Edmonds, Luke Kuechly, Tremaine Edmonds, we don't have to draft another linebacker if we can get all 3 of these guys pretty much locked up for the remainder of our rebuild here. We're going to put his up to 4.85. I think that's good for him. We're going to go 7 here on him, and that should be enough. I think that's a very good deal. And that's obviously a great deal. And at this point, what is necessary? I don't think really anything, to be honest. Josh Jackson would be a nice add, but we already spent a little too much money. We're going to let Luke Kuechly walk for the chance at Edmonds, and I don't think Van Der Esch accepts because we I mean, Van Der Esch is a V, so who knows. Leighton is an L, however, we'll be able to, we didn't get him, which sucks. He accepts a contract that's way worse, and we even bumped it up to the point where we didn't even want it, which is hilarious to me anyway. So whatever, we didn't get Van Der Esch. We still have Lynch hanging out there. Van Der Esch would have been a perfect spot for us, but Madison, Edmonds, and O'Neal. This is the new linebacking core for the Carolina Panthers, and it is fucking absolutely tremendous. New safeties right here. It's great. We got all this is pretty much brand new. This is essentially brand new, except for Jones, Hilton, Jackson's finally starting to get up there a little bit. He's 26 now, or at least he should be. The O-line is looking pretty good. We let a couple dudes walk, but we have Trey, we got Tarpley, Schaefer, Sanders, and Mo, and we're only going to get better from there. We're going to trade Eddie Summers this year. We're going to get him the fuck out of Dodge. We're screwing around. We're leaving him. He sucks. He sucks balls. We're not going to keep him. We're going to put him in a package deal, and we're really going to start, we're going to get some studs here. We're going to go for some absolute fucking studs. So draft day right here. Jalen Baldwin was not just best receiver in college football, but the best overall player. So Jalen Baldwin might be our guy we go for. I do like the news story it came out with, so he should be decent. We have the 4th overall pick. Sterling Rudd is there. John Carroll is there. Jalen Baldwin is a cornerback. I don't know why the fuck they just consistently do this. They don't know how. That just goes to show you that Madden does not do anything to fix this game. They don't give a fuck. They really do not give a single shit about this fucking connected franchise mode. But let's see. We have the 4th overall. We have access to pretty much all of these guys here. We can go for Jalen Baldwin. We can trade away a corner right now like Mike Hilton and get a better guy. Tyrion Livingston is probably the guy I want to go for. Hunter Spears is probably the guy I also want to go for. And then maybe John Carroll. There's 3 guys here that I definitely like. 1, 2, and 3. Tyrion Livingston is probably my favorite. I do like the run stop. He's got 39 bench reps. 6'4", 292. This guy's a stud. 487 is not that bad for a D lineman. At quarterback, we want to get rid of this guy. We're going to draft Hunter Spears in his place. So we're going to screw over the Vikings, even though they have 2 defensive studs as rookies. We're going to fuck them over. We're going to give them Eddie Summers. And see if the Vikings are interested. They already have a quarterback. But let's see what the Vikings offer. They are slightly interested in him. Let's see what the Bears are offering, because they actually want. Ooh, 23 overall. If we can get a better bargain on that, why not? But here we go. I'm going to probably get rid of Mike Hilton. He's not really moving up at all. It's kind of a liability right now for me. He's got a lot of cap space. I think it's not quite worth it. So we kind of want to back out of this trade for sure. David Lucas can probably take off as well. He's young. I'm surprised that they don't want him. They do need a quarterback, so we could go with Will Greer. You want Greer? No. Would you be happy with this fucking piece of shit Eddie Summers quarterback, who's complete garbage? Would you be happy with him? Lord Jesus. We'll go with a 4th round pick next year. Eddie Summers and Mike Hilton for the 1st overall. They don't want it. What about the 3rd overall this year? And they're totally down.
Both war rooms are feverishly
Totally down.
Coming.
Now we're going to trade with the old Raiders. Oh, Angeloni. We're going to trade with the old Radanzos. Oh, you wanna be fucking if it ain't me. So, number 2. We want, dude, we're going to go like that. We're going to get their number 2 pick. We're also going to take their 2 and their 3. I'd like to take their 2 and their 1 next year. They don't go for that, though. They're like, nah, we don't fucking think so. It's the one thing that they fixed. So, bam, boom, bop.
Well, if you're wondering what the delay is, I think we've got a trade coming.
I just hope they don't take my guy.
The Panthers are now on the clock.
Jamal Addison. Was he the guy? I don't think so. Nah, it wasn't. It was Tyrion Livingston is the guy that I wanted. Tyrion. Yeah, he'll replace Nash Bradfield like no one I've ever seen before. He's 24 years old. He's older, but that means we'll have probably 1 contract with him. Skip over the Eagles pick. They took John Carroll. We have another pick here. And I think with this pick, we got to go with Hunter Spears. This is only an obvious pick right here. New quarterback, Hunter Spears, number 1 quarterback, number 1 player in the draft. It's a match made in heaven. We have 2 more late 1st round picks.
The Panthers are now on the clock.
As if they're acting like late 1st rounders. If there were 2 more teams, it would be a 1st round pick. I do like Donovan Cooper. He's a receiving back. His catching is good. You could almost even put him at wide receiver if you wanted to. Donovan Copper. I do like Donovan. He might be a guy I go for if there's no one great. You got Abraham Dobbins, who's decent. Randall Brothers, who's decent. Keelan McClellan, decent. This guy's decent. He's fast. Le'Veon Davis, DT right here. 3rd rounder. Okay. So I know what we're going to do. So instead, we're going to go with someone on the O-line. We know we're going to have to get somebody eventually. We have a very good opportunity to get someone good. We're going to go with Abraham Dobbins right now. If we miss on him, no big deal. No big deal. No big deal. We have another year. It's good to take the risk.
Panthers are now on the
We have 1 more slot right here. We have 1 more go at it. I love Donovan Copper, but we just don't need a running back right now. The guy I want is Le'Veon Davis. I love this guy's combine. I love this guy's stats.
The
He's number 4
Buccaneers are now
ranked.
on the clock.
He's going to be a stud. You did. Ooh, look at that. Le'Veon Davis. Just giddy, 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 giddy. So, we're moving on from our second round choices. We're going to the third. We have another pick here.
The Panthers are now on the clock.
And the Vikings take Brendan Botchman, a quarterback. Ugh, sorry to say, Eddie Summers isn't going to be much better. Who can we take? Who could we take? Bennett Burrow, power back. We're not going to go back-to-back DTs. We always draft more DTs than we need. Oh, maybe we do go back-to-back DTs. And we have 1. 2 active, that means 3. Whew. Well, I don't know, man. I don't know what the fuck we do. I don't know what you do with the 3rd overall pick. I have no idea what I do here. Or, you know, the 2nd overall pick of the 3rd round. Hayden Morrow could be, you never know. You never know kind of guy. We do have 8 guys active. I don't know, we signed a guy for 3. We're not going to take the risk unless we know he's decent. We're going to go with Dante Trapp. He's speed. Whatever, dude, right?
The Eagles are now on the clock.
Let's go. Alright, we might have just solved a big-time problem. Defensive tackle is clearly... Oh, defense is clearly the strong suit of this team. Because we've just been drafting studs on defense. Getting very lucky. Sometimes when we do a rebuild, I tend to not get very lucky. So, I think we got pretty lucky this rebuild, for sure. Plus, we got a better quarterback now, and Spears, Hunter Spears. Dope-ass name for a quarterback, if you're asking me. Very good O-line. There ain't no issues here on O-line. There ain't no issues at wide receiver. There ain't no issues at quarterback, running back. There ain't no damn issues in at D-line at all. We got 3 brand new guys on the D-line, plus Chris Jones, Brian Burns, and this dude who got a fucking dev trade increase, Antoine Thomas. I didn't know he got a dev trade increase. He was a power rush guy. If this is a power rush spot, this is a power rush spot. I'm going to put him at left outside linebacker. Or right outside linebacker should be. I'm putting him at right outside. He did turn out to be a decent draft pick. Nash Bradfield, however, fucking sucks. So we're actually going to start him in place of Lynch. We're going to put Lynch... Ugh, God, I fucking want to look at him. But okay. Livingston is there. You got good DTs. We could actually probably put him at right end now. Kind of switch over so we don't lose any depth. Right there. Bang, bang, boom, boom, bop, bop, boop. And right away, we're already looking a little bit more decent than I thought. Madison, Edmonds, O'Neal, Thomas, Small, Johnson, Amber. Oh my God, we didn't draft a corner. Fuck. I didn't realize this. I didn't even realize. Oh shit. We needed second cornerback. We can't go on with 1 corner. We cannot do that. We cannot be the Seahawks 2-3 years ago. We cannot be those guys. So we need a DB. Doesn't matter what it is. Safety, corner, right here. Pierre Desir. Oh, we get Pierre Desir. Who can we actually get it? Cornerback. That's kind of cool. We could go with Malcolm Buck. Wait, let's go with Mook. Yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah. Mega Buck, stand up. Ooh, I like Jason Verrett. What's up with this guy's picture? Adonis Alexander? He was like, yeah, I couldn't make it. I couldn't make it, so. You gotta take my picture later. You and there. And there. Ugh. I just took a very deep breath. Alright, here we go. We're looking pretty bright. We're looking sunny. We're looking delicious. And here we go. Regular season is going to start up. We have Jason Verrett on the team. Former Charger. Disrespecting him in this game. And let's see what we can do. I feel like Prince Amukamara has been in the league for 10,000 years. And he's only 31. Alright, so here we go. We will sim to midseason. Oh, pump. Definitely bring that game. For sure. Oh, then I'm definitely bringing it. Oh, then I'm definitely. Oh, then I'm definitely bringing that game. All right, let's see. It's got dark again. 5-2. 5-2, leading our division. This is a good thing to see. It looks like our quarterback was the problem. We probably should have just stuck with Cam Newton. Oh, please. Hunter Spears, Christian McCaffrey, DJ Moore, N'Keal Harry, decent O-line, defense. Check it out. Livingston, Jones, Davis, Trapp, Burns, O'Neal, Edmonds, Madison, Thomas, Small, Jackson, Verrett, and Johnson. We're looking like an absolute studly team right now. We go to the playoffs this year. 1-6 Rams, who beat us last year, embarrassed us. We just beat them. So fuck you guys. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, divisional game in Tampa Bay. We get slapped by the Buccaneers. Now we got to play the Falcons, interdivisional game. We get slapped by them too. Then we got to get another game against the Buccaneers, and we get slapped by them. We lost 3 in a row. We were 6-2. And we got to win against the Bengals. We're fucking chasing the Falcons in our division. We got to play them at home. We got to play them in Atlanta. Can we beat them, or do we get swept by the Falcons? We get swept by the Falcons. That's fucking disrespectful. The Steelers with their quarterback, who's got another year of experience on us, slaps us. And it looks like we might just miss the playoffs for a second year in a row. With an absolutely fucking studly amazing team. That is insane to me how we missed the playoffs with this team. That is so insane to me. I don't even understand it. It just makes zero sense. But maybe we get a tie. Yeah, big fucking deal. Should have just gave us the loss, gave us better draft position. 7-8-1. Fucking pathetic. So goddamn pathetic. We have so many studs on this team. Look at this. Hunter Spears, McCaffrey, studs. How are we not... How? Look at this defense. How are we not... Like, you know what I'm saying? I think we gotta fix the defense. We gotta fix our scheme. We gotta fix our scheme here. It's gotta be a 3-4. A base 3-4? Base 3-4 would help. The best looking defense, a 4-6 defense. With 3 linebackers, couple DTs. I'm thinking we go with the 46 defense. Who runs a 46 defense? The question. Chicago. Chicago runs that defense. I think they started the 4-6 defense. We'll give it a Matt Nagy. Matt Nagy and the Chicago Bears. We got a new playbook. New defensive coordinator. We need to make some changes here. Big time. Trapp is actually better than Davis. She's fucking absolutely insane. Madison's not starting, which is a problem. So I'm going to put him there, and I'm going to put T. Edmonds at right outside linebacker. I'm going to put T. Edmonds at right, which is not bad for us. He'll be our backup outside linebacker. Thomas will be our backup outside linebacker. O'Neal is really good. Edmonds and Madison are playing like stud linebackers. I think they're very good. This is a very good bracket for us here, I think. This is looking very good for us. Brian Burns, Livingston, Jones, Trapp, Davis. It just saddens me to see this guy, Trapp, not as good as Davis or not as good as Livingston because they're both only stars. And they look so similar to each other, except this guy looks a lot more tired. But okay, that's fair enough. We get another, I suppose, another week. But we have to win the Super Bowl. We have to win the bowl game coming up. What the fuck are we doing? I'm going to do one more season before I turn this off, because that would normally be the rebuild time. It would be 4 years. This will be our 4th year coming up. We need to re-sign players, and the players we will re-sign are guys like Brian Burns. We will sign the 25-year-old Brian Burns to a 7-year extension on $15 million. He is welcoming. He is back here with us. N'Keal Harry. We made a trade for him. I want to keep Greg Little just because I feel like we're going to need him at some point. We're going to need Greg Little at some point, so I'm saving him. Christian Miller, Travis Fulham. Nah, N'Keal. Do we keep N'Keal? He wants 5. We don't need to keep him. We can draft a wide receiver this year. That's the thing. We can draft a receiver. You know, we don't have to sign anybody in the free agency. I think it's irrelevant to do. Our team is looking good. I don't know how our defense is not looking as good as it usually does. But I suppose we're looking fine. I mean, the defense is looking a lot better now. We just need a cornerback would help us out a ton. A second corner would help us out tremendously. And another running back, wide receiver. So it's either we draft a cornerback or we pick up a corner. Who's in our draft? Who's in our slot right here? Chris Harris Jr. is available at 84 overall. He's 34, but he'll help us out for 1 year. Fuck yeah, are you serious? That's a no fucking brainer. That's a fucking no-brainer at 84 overall. Please. It's a no-brainer. We get him for 1 year. Let me go my own way. I love how nobody's watching my stream. Nobody watches Madden. So here we go. Probably got like the 14th pick.
The Panthers are now on the clock.
15th pick. It's bullshit. Let's see who's available. Tanner Richardson. Can I really pass up a guy like that? We don't need him, though. That's the problem. Oh, man. All these good defensive players. Just missing out on them all. Fuck. But, nah, we'll go with, better to go at Walter Griffin at corner. Dunce Prince is not bad. But I love this Tanner Richardson kid, man. 21, fast. Jesus, this kid's gonna be good. But I can't make a fucking impulse decision. I can't make a mistake like that. So I'm gonna go with Walter Griffin. He's 22. He's pretty strong. Probably have decent press. We'll go with Walter.
The Saints are now on the clock.
Yeah, you can't go wrong. We can't go wrong with Walter Griffin right there. Cannot go wrong with him. That's for damn sure. We'll go to our next pick. And we have
The Panthers are now on the clock.
an opportunity here to draft a wide receiver that is a decent one. Mathis Harvey is no good. Kendrick Donnell. You could go with Sean Peoples. Go with Imani Sapp. Fucking cool ass name if you ask me. Wide receivers. No actual studs here. We could go for Cedric Crawford in the 4th round. I think we're going to do Cedric Crawford and we'll go for somebody else. We got the corner we wanted. I think O-line is a necessary thing. So we're going to go with that. Or we could double down on corner. Sean Peoples. I could go Emmanuel Howell, who's got very good man and zone coverage. I think it's an irrelevant pick. I think anybody I'm gonna get here is gonna be trash. But we'll double down on receiver. Why not? Let's figure, make some type of sense, right? This guy's a 1st-round talent, though. We're gonna go with Kendrick Donnell.
The Saints are now on the clock.
Good enough. 2 good young cornerbacks. Skip to the next pick. And we'll pick up that wide receiver.
The Panthers are now on the clock.
Right now. We'll go Cedric Crawford right now. He's not going to be great. But
now on the clock.
He's another depth piece, so can't go wrong with him. And alright, folks. It's a tough one here. This is definitely gonna be a tough a tough one. But Dortch is finally playing like a number 2 guy. The defense is studly. I think it only helps us. We're going to simulate to the next week. And we'll see what we can do from here. Playoff time. Let's see what we got. See what we can do. My prediction for this team is that they're finally going to step into their own. I think they're going to take it to an 11-5 season. So maybe I'm looking a little too optimistic here, but I think my team is an 11-5 looking team. Outside noise and seduction is harder to function. I've been playing this game.
That is the best. All right, folks. We didn't make it. We went 6-10. I don't know what to fuck. I don't know what the fuck to do. This is an 88 overall team. This is an 88 overall team with absolute studs on offense, studs on defense, and we can't go more than 6-12. This is unbelievable. Like stud, 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 stud. I have no idea what the fuck to even do. So I'm just gonna say fuck it and let it go. Alright, so that's it. That's it for the fucking broadcast and no one fucking watched.